hara hachibu. Alcohol in moderation is connected to longevity. Do you know why?
I don't know why.
Crystal, you want this? Just take it. Which goes back into ikigai. Don't cancel plans with your friends because social connections is one of the top reasons for longevity.
What's the secret?
And I asked them,
Yes.
and they say,
Hi, I'm Aki. So today I'd like to share with you 7 healthy habits of Okinawa, the longevity island in Japan. For that, I've invited a special guest, my friend Christal. Hey!
Haitai!
Haitai!
Onegaishimasu.
Onegaishimasu. Can you tell us about yourself for a bit?
Yes, my name is Christal Burnette. I'm an Okinawan health and plant specialist living in Okinawa.
Wow.
I got my graduate's degree here in Okinawa at the University of Ryukyus. It's all in Japanese. I'm not playing games. All right, and I got my graduate's degree and it was in the agriculture department because there is no longevity department, right? That'd be cool if there was. And I study about plants because, and we'll talk about this later, I thought plants were the secret to longevity, Okinawan longevity, right? Because it's a longevity island. And then I studied and I graduated and I decided to start a company in order to promote Okinawan health to the world in English.
That's so cool.
Thank you.
Because not so many people do that, right?
No, I thought that there was going to be a ton of people doing this in Okinawa because it's a longevity island, right?
Yeah.
It's a blue zone. I came here, I was like, there's going to be journalists, there's going to be newspapers and videos and YouTubers and documentaries and there's a little bit, but no one is living in Okinawa doing anything about it. Nothing.
Nothing, yeah?
Except me now.
Right, so without further ado, let's start about healthy habits of Okinawa.
Yes. First, the first factor. This is everyone's favorite factor because you can control it, right?
What is that?
Food.
Food, yeah.
Yes, food.
Okinawan food.
Okinawan food.
Yeah, I know, like Okinawan food is a kind of unique.
Yes.
Right? So what kind of food, for example?
So Okinawans eat a lot of plants, to keep it simple. They just eat a variety of different plants, all these different colors. You got Goya, right? Bitter melon.
Oh, my
it's like
favorite.
the rich, you love it?
Yeah, I love it. Goya champuru.
Oh yeah, some people can't handle the bitterness.
Yeah.
And then we got chomeiso, which is my specialty, the long life herb, right? So that's part of it. And then we have handama, which is Japanese spinach. It's called Japanese spinach, but like it's one side of it is purple, one side of it's green. We have just like a variety of plants that are all different colors, right? They had island carrots, not regular carrots, island carrots. They ate all these plants with all these vitamins and minerals, and you would know that by looking at all the different colors. So they had their vegetables, and then they had another colorful item, which was purple sweet potato.
Oh, purple sweet potato.
Yeah, benimo.
Benimo ne.
So purple sweet potato was their carb. Purple sweet potato or yellow. So not just, everyone's kind of fixated on purple, but it wasn't just purple. There was a lot of yellow. But again, potatoes is one of the best carbs you could eat.
So it's not like many Okinawan people eat only vegetables, not like that.
No,
like
that's right. So
Okay.
that's another thing is that they are not vegetarian, they're not vegan.
Yeah.
The Okinawans did eat meat. They were trying to survive, first of all, right? After the war, there was not a lot of food. Even before, just when you don't have a lot of food, you're not thinking, what's the best diet? How can I be, the healthiest person in the world? No, they were just thinking, live. I want to live. So I've interviewed some Okinawans. They said they eat rabbits. They would look for frogs. They would catch frogs and eat frogs. Yeah, because that's all that was around. Chickens, pig, if they could. Pig was a big one that would eat during celebrations. There's a misconception that Okinawans are vegan when they are not.
Yeah, they're not actually.
Especially now. When I interview some of these
Yeah.
Okinawans, we eat while we're talking and they're eating like pizza, they're eating like steak, and they're just, they're 93 and they're just super lively. It's just fascinating.
No, okay. Let's move on to next.
Yes,
Round
okay.
two.
So the next one would be eat moderately. Don't overeat, don't undereat and starve yourself. Eat in moderation. And I say that because there's a phrase in Okinawa which is hara hachibu.
Hara hachibu, yes.
Hara hachibu.
And on the main island too, we say that
Oh, really?
if you eat until we are 80% full, it's considered healthy.
Oh, okay. So yeah, eating moderately, it's a given, right? As long as you're eating a decent diet, doesn't matter where you are, if you eat moderately, it's great for your digestive system. You don't want to overload it, or you don't want to lack nutrition by undereating, right? So just right in the middle. But hara hachibu is hard to measure. Did you eat it 80% full? And you're like, yeah, I totally did. How are you measuring this? And when I interview elder Okinawans now, I say, do you do hara hachibu? Out of all the questions, the one that they say no to is hara hachibu. And they say they don't do hara hachibu, and I say why? And they say it's too hard.
It's too hard.
It's too hard. So, but what is hara hachibu to them? As an American growing up, I overate with my parents all the time. I know that for a fact. We would eat so much that on the car ride home, we all felt like so tired. We felt sick because the portions in America are huge.
I know. We know, like Japanese know. When Japanese go to America, wow.
Yeah.
This massive big like
embarrassed.
steak here. Like, how can we eat it?
I'm sorry, I know it's bad. But here it's not that big, right? So I think people are eating in moderation, they just don't know it because it's perspective. It's really hard. But there's no doubt in my mind that eating moderately is very important for longevity.
Any like specific food considered healthy when you eat moderately? Like for example, sugars and sakes.
Yes, oh that's a good one. Okay, so that's also Okinawans eat dark brown sugar, they drink alcohol, they just don't overdo it, right? So everyone's like, sugar's the enemy, carbs are the enemy. They always think foods are the enemy. But the Okinawans ate, like, they drank, they had sugar, they had sweets, they had all this stuff, they just didn't overdo it. The longevity Okinawans, at least. Longevity Okinawans, the ones that are living past 90, will drink awamori.
Awamori.
Awamori,
yeah.
Okinawan alcohol, which is
alcohol.
very low in sugar, vitamins,
Very low in
minerals.
sugar.
Yes, it's very, if you're gonna drink an alcohol, awamori is considered a healthy alcohol. I call it the longevity alcohol.
Wow, didn't know that.
Yeah, so this is point number 3.
Oh,
right?
Okay, yeah,
Alcohol.
point number 3. Alcohol.
Yeah,
Okay.
which people are surprised. But alcohol in moderation is connected to longevity. Do you know why?
I don't know why. Tell me why.
So like I said, it's connected here.
Oh, connected here.
Yeah.
Huh.
So when you drink, you relax. And often when you drink, you're talking with people. So it's like the winding down of the night. It's not over drinking, not going crazy like in the club, right? And it's connected to your mental health.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
So for men, it's considered about 2 glasses, and women 1 glass.
1 glass.
Yeah, which is for a lot of people hard to do in moderation.
It's quite hard.
Yeah.
Just only 1 glass?
Yeah, so not drinking is okay as well. Just I mean, you can choose. Just don't overdrink, but if you can't, just don't drink then. That's perfectly fine when it comes to longevity.
Yeah. But also like eat moderate sugar is also a good habit, like healthy habit.
Yeah, so sugar is something that feeds our mind, right? We can't function without carbs. Carbs turn into sugar, right? Or we have just a little bit of sugar. There's a certain amount of grams that a human can have during a day. As long as you don't go over, it's perfectly fine.
So in terms of sugar, Okinawa has a unique sugar.
Yes.
Yeah. And you're creating that product.
Yes. So my company, I developed dark brown sugar using Okinawan sugar.
Yeah.
And it is...
It is.
Yes. It looks like this.
Haitai.
Yes.
Dark brown sugar.
Yes. Like I said. So this is Haitai's dark brown sugar. I sell it, I export it overseas and sell it because I want people to know what this tastes like, because this doesn't exist in America. I'm American. A product like this doesn't exist in America.
Doesn't.
It doesn't exist.
No black sugar.
No black sugar, no real dark brown sugar.
No real, okay.
Real. So what do I mean by real? So American sugar there's white sugar, right? You strip everything from the sugar cane and you get this purely white sugar. Dark brown sugar, or brown sugar, not even dark, brown sugar is molasses added to it. So you gotta process it and process it and process it. And that's brown sugar in the States.
Wow, didn't know that.
Yeah.
So it's not that healthy.
No.
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 A lot of process.
Yes. But Okinawan dark brown sugar is just squeeze the sugar cane, boil the juices, harden it, that's it. So because of that, you keep a lot of vitamins, minerals, and the taste is vastly different.
Wow.
It tastes so much better, much deeper. It's like the equivalent of like dark chocolate instead of milk chocolate.
Oh my goodness. I really want to make a matcha latte with this.
Yes, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Good with coffee too. Good with matcha latte.
Yes.
Oh.
Cookies. I use it in cookies.
Oh, cookies.
So I'm American. I make cookies at home.
Oh, so people in Okinawa, so they use brown sugar daily basis for kind of making food.
So they don't use it on a daily basis. So we're going back into the moderation part. But they use it in like the famous sweets that they do eat, like satandagi, the Okinawan donuts.
Okay, yeah.
They use
Okay.
They use a dark brown sugar in that. Or a lot of them just eat it as is. Not every day, but like a lot of the elder Okinawans, they have like a, like grandma and grandpa always have like a glass bowl sitting here, and it's always has dark brown sugar in it. The little cubes.
Cubes.
Cubes. And it's and they give it to their grandchildren. Here, you have a little sugar.
You have you also create a square one too?
I'm currently making a square one. Yeah.
I love it. I
It'll
love
be out in a
it.
few
I
months.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. お願いします.
Hi.
So, what is number 4?
Okay, so number 4
Yeah.
is moving around.
Moving around.
Yeah, I didn't say exercise. What is just moving? So walking, like getting up, cooking the food, cleaning the house, helping the kids, and then leaving the house, working in the fields, going down to their friend's house, having tea, and then getting up again, walking back home, and then going home, getting ready, cleaning, just constantly moving their body, which sounds super obvious. Oh my gosh, I do that too. But a lot of people don't do it. I can barely do it because we're now in a society where we're on our computer all the time. Right?
True.
Like, you're editing videos.
Yes,
it takes
all the time.
hours and hours.
Yeah.
So you're sedentary. Sedentary means you're not moving. That's most people now these days. So you're just not moving compared to Okinawan who's not doing anything crazy, but they're moving around.
Is there any reason why they're kind of moving around a lot?
So I wanted to talk about this because Professor Suzuki mentioned how one of the keys to longevity is the elders don't go into an old person's home, right? So if you imagine a person going into a caretaker's home, you kind of imagine them sitting in a wheelchair and just watching TV all day or staying in the same room and not really going anywhere.
Yeah.
But the longevity Okinawans who live a very long time, don't have Alzheimer's, they're not bedridden, they are at home with their family, still getting up and moving. So you see the difference?
Oh yeah.
Right? Instead of going to a caretaker's home, not really, it's hard to move. So these longevity Okinawans are moving because they have to.
They have to.
Yeah.
So like the families also like try not to care them too much.
Yeah. So they kind of help them. I mean, to an extent, but they also want them to be independent to an extent as well.
Wow, that's the secret. So what's number 5?
Okay, so number 5, and this is from my personal experience, what I've observed with longevity Okinawans, is that they're very kind.
Very kind, yes.
Yeah.
I feel that too. Yeah.
That sounds cheesy. How is this connected to longevity? But it is.
It is. So they're a giver, kind of.
Yes, they're very giving all the time, thinking of others. They've got vegetables, fruits. You go, all the time I just go to say hi or like just something very small, and they're always like throwing fruits and vegetables at me. Crystal, you want this? Just take it. And they do it in this like nonchalant way because they don't want to like make you feel bad for taking it, because it's like, oh no, I don't want to take your food, and they're like, no, just take it. It's fine. That's all the time. But it's so kind. They want that they want to give to you, and they have this kind of helping each other kind of culture.
Wow.
Right? And so again, connected to people, right? Helping each other, being kind to each other, not getting frustrated, angry, crying, which that still happens, of course. They're humans, they have emotions.
Yeah.
But majority of the time, they're just always giving. Just so nice.
Wow.
Yeah. So the sharing culture is very important, and I believe it's very strongly connected to longevity.
So why do you think that? Like why it's connected to longevity?
So this is connected to the next one, which is social connections.
Oh.
Yeah. So my phrase, what I've said, it's in an article as well. I've been quoted. This is real.
Yeah.
Don't cancel plans with your friends.
Interesting.
Don't cancel. There's a lot of memes. There's a lot of things these days, and it's like, oh, I said yes to going out with you a week ago, but tonight I'm just like, I want to stay at home. And it's like funny because it's like, oh, I totally relate to that. It's a weird thing going on the internet right now, but it's not good. Like, you should go out with your friends. Even if you're feeling down, you're kind of feeling like, oh, I don't want to go out tonight. Try to really think about why you're feeling down. Try to push yourself. If you don't want to go out for a good reason, don't go out. That's what I'm saying. But a lot of people are getting too much in their house, too much not seeing people, too much on the internet. Honestly.
Too much on the internet.
Too much on the internet.
Yes, that's me.
I'm sorry. Me too. But it's not good. Like, you got to get out and see people in person, because social connections is one of the top reasons for longevity.
Top reasons.
People. So going back to what I said is these Okinawans that don't go into the caretaker's home, the ones that stay at home, are seeing their friends and their family on a daily basis, which causes them to get up and walk and move around and cook and maybe sometimes drink with them and relax and de-stress. Like, being with the people until they're 100 years old is what is pushing them, which goes back into Ikigai. It's all connected.
It's all connected. Yeah.
Everything I said today is connected to people.
Wow. So that's one of the big habits to become happy. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, to be fulfilled.
Yeah.
So pretend you're 90 years old and you're waking up in the morning. You have no job, Okinawans actually never retire, which is great. But let's say that you have no job, you don't really have, you can just chill. Why are you gonna wake up though? Like, what's the reason for waking up? When you get older, you can't go out and do like construction. If you were a construction worker all day, you have a limit. But what is gonna keep you going is the people, right? If you can't work anymore, it's the people. Or if you're still working, I work with someone who's 90 years old. He's Japanese, he's Okinawan. He sells products on the base. And I help him because his English is good, but he's getting very old. So I assist him. He's 90 years old. And what he looks forward to is not bringing the products on base, but me and the other Japanese guy that goes with him.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And when he sees me, he gets so happy. It's really adorable. I'm like, oh, this is just him. He's like super lively all the time. But the person we work with, the guy who we all do the product selling on base with, he's like, Christal, he's only like this when you're here. And I was like, what? Really? He's like, yeah, he loves when you come around, you know, little cute, I don't know, blonde girl. It's just good to see him. Because my business partner is like 40-year-old Japanese dude, which still is enough to make him happy. But when I come around, he's like super genki.
Oh my god.
It's adorable. Because again, it's the people. It's not the bringing the products. It's the people that he gets to say hi to when he walks into the place and he's like, oh, hi, I brought my products, and they put them in the stock, and you know, it's people. It's people.
Okay, so finally, the last one.
The last one is Nankuru Naisa.
Nankuru Naisa. I love that word.
You know that word.
I love that word.
You know, it's an Okinawan language word, not Japanese.
Not Japanese,
right?
Yes.
You know it? How come you know it?
It's kind of like, many people know it, Nankuru Naisa. I love that like sound. Nankuru Naisa. What does Nankuru Naisa mean?
Okay, so Nankuru Naisa cannot be translated into just one English word. You have to explain it, which is a lot of Japanese words and Okinawan words are like that. So it's something you say, for example, when your daughter is going to enter high school and she's got the high school entrance exam, which is in Japan, they have entrance exams. And she's so worried, like, oh my God, if I don't get into this high school, my life is over. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be so unhappy. And as a grandmother, Okinawan grandmother, she would say, Nankuru Naisa, like, don't worry about it. Don't think too much. But it also means what will happen is meant to happen.
What happens is meant to happen. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it has a spiritual, because there's spiritual culture is ingrained in Okinawan culture. Don't, if you overthink it, even if you don't get into the high school you want to, it's because it was meant to happen. So don't overthink it. Don't worry too much, because that is going to do nothing for your mentality or your health.
Even if you fail.
Even if you fail, yes, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. So Nankuru Naisa.
Meant to be. Yeah, meant to happen.
And so what is this connected to? This is connected to not stressing.
Not stressing.
Yes.
That's the important factor.
So important. People are stressed constantly. Your body is constantly creating cortisol in your mind, and you're just constantly stressing your body, which is stress is the #1 indirect killer of human beings. And why is that? Heart attacks. Heart attacks are caused by many factors, but stress is what's pushing them.
Yeah.
Strokes.
Yes.
It's indirect, and it's #1 is stress.
Oh, okay. So don't feel stressed.
Don't feel stressed, which is easier said than done. Stop stressing. Oh, okay, I'll stop stressing. No. But if you do the Okinawan lifestyle, having a glass of awamori, talking to your friend, moving around, all these things keep the stress levels low. Now, when I interview Okinawans and I say, okay, stress is huge, right? I'm stressed all the time. I'm sure you're stressed.
Yes.
We're not, it's hard. We're in 2024. This is hard to not stress. So I ask them, how do you de-stress? I think I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get the secret.
Yeah.
These longevity Okinawans, they know how to not stress. They're always chill.
What's the secret?
And I ask them, and they say, I don't stress in the first place. That's not helpful.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm sorry.
Okay. How? But how?
So they don't know because they do it naturally. That's the hard thing about longevity. Everyone thinks these Okinawans know what the secret is. Oh, they know because they're doing it. They don't know. They're just living their life. I have to analyze them. As they're out in the field, touching the dirt, growing things, harvesting those things, giving to their friends, having a glass of awamori at night, cooking for their family, eating down at the table, eating with their family, moving around, going to have tea in the afternoon with their friend.
Right.
Again, nothing crazy. It's the little things.
Little things.
Simple things, which you are very good at. I've seen your YouTube channel. You know about minimalism, the simplicity of life.
Yes.
You're on your way to longevity, maybe.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, try not to feel stress.
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's the secret. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
Wow, that's cool. Oh, maybe like the listeners learned a lot today.
I think, yeah, I hope so. And it sounds so simple, but anyone can do it no matter where they are. Like I said, it's not about the food. You don't have to like go out and buy bitter melon, these really hard to buy vegetables. It's not what it is. It's all the methods we say today. You can do it anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world.
Anywhere.
That's important. Anywhere in the world you can do it. It's a small habits. So yeah, you can take some habits from this video, at least one. I hope that this video will help your simple, happy, healthy life. Okay, yes. Okay, so I hope to see you in the next video.
はい。
せーの、ニフェデビル、ゆたしく、うにげさびら。バイバイ。